Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News on Halloween. Boo! October 31st, 2024. Stand up for your country. Are you ready? Is that how they do it in those dopey wrestling shows? For my prediction about the vote next Tuesday. Are you ready? Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to give it to you anyway. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So no emotion here. I gave you my opinion about 10 days ago. I thought Trump would win, but that wasn't a prediction. Here is the prediction, and it is based on data, okay? Not wishful thinking. I'm not believing what I want to believe. I analyze data, and you can see this data yourself. The Wall Street Journal printed it yesterday, and we've confirmed that it is accurate. Okay, the first one, the data is basically says that the Republican registration, voter registration among the GOP is way up. That's what I base my prediction on. For example, North Carolina, all right? The Democrats' advantage has fallen from 400,399 to just 113,000. That means that many, many more North Carolinians have gone over to the Republican side. The second one is Pennsylvania. And the Democrats' registration there, the advantage, has fallen from 686 to 281, 400,000. Then we go on to Arizona, where the Republicans now hold a 259,000 voter registration gap, all right, over the Democrats. And finally, Nevada, where the Democrats' advantage is 111, falling from 111 to just 45,000. So those are four swing states. And if Trump were to take all those states, he wins. And there's momentum on the GOP side. So O'Reilly, who's trained in this, remember, I have a master's degree in public administration from Hartford. I'm bragging, but it cost me a lot of money to get it, and I actually had to study, so I'm entitled to brag. But that's what I do. Okay, we're not emotional about this thing. Obviously, I don't want Kamala Harris to be president because she's so far left, I believe she'll damage the country, perhaps in a way that can't be repaired. Okay? So that's what I believe. Now, last time around, 158 million Americans voted. Astronomical turnout. I don't think it's going to be as high this time. I think it's going to drop down to about 135. Why? Because there are a lot of people who still don't like Donald Trump. But because the Harris-Biden administration, and I put her name first because she's the candidate now, has done such a dismal job and people are suffering financially, I think a lot of those people who hate Trump, who voted against him last time because they hate him, are going to stay home. That's just a gut feeling. I have no data to base that on, no polling to base that on. But I think it's going to happen. It's human nature. Now, here are the betting odds, and this is interesting. So the gamblers are the gamblers, right? Trump, 63% to win, Harris, 36%. But I wouldn't bet on my prediction because I was wrong 2 years ago with the red wave. And that was pointed out last night on NewsNation. I hope you saw that, and we'll give you more information on it in a minute. 2-hour town hall, cast of thousands, and again, I'll lay it out for you later. But the fact that I was wrong 2 years ago became a talking point with pollster Frank Luntz. Go.
It's interesting that I'm on with Bill O'Reilly. I don't know if you remember that you and I talked about this in 2022, and I was very skeptical of how well Republicans were going to do. And he was very convinced that Republicans were going to have this big landslide.
I was wrong. Yep.
And that's the first time.
Whoa.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Okay.
But I've been right about everything.
This show's over. This show's over. Have a good night.
I haven't been right about everything else, but most things, including the Biden, wouldn't be running. So let's sum up the talking points memo. I predict Donald Trump will be the next president. I'm not going to bet on it, though, because it is an emotional situation. Whenever you have emotion involved, and we have big-time emotion here. When John McCain ran, not a lot of emotion with McCain. Mitt Romney ran, not a lot of emotion with Mitt Romney, okay? Donald Trump, off the chart emotion, both pro and con. And that's the memo. Okay, schedules. Joe Biden is relaxing today. And Kamala Harris, busy day. Vice presidents in Arizona and in Nevada, Phoenix, Reno, Las Vegas. And Donald Trump even busier, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Apparently, Trump people think that New Mexico could go Republican. I'd be shocked. But then they go to Vegas area, Henderson, Nevada. And then they go back down to Arizona for a nighttime rally there. So candidates on the weekend will be all over the swing states. I apologize to everybody in Idaho and Massachusetts. You're never going to see these people. I think you'll never see them again in your lifetime. Presidential candidates. Even here in New York, Trump came through, of course, to do the big spectacle, but New York will go for Harris. Okay, the garbage comment update. This was, or is, I think it's still in play. This is a really interesting political story, okay? So, as you know, there was a stupid comedian on the Trump undercard at Madison Square Garden, and he said that Puerto Rico is a floating something of garbage, and right away, all hell broke loose. Trump did not know he was going to say that. I don't believe Trump even knew who the guy was. But Trump's in charge of his campaign. And then the press went wild for almost 24 hours, but then Trump took it and turned it. So he shows up to Green Bay, Wisconsin with former Packer quarterback Brett Favre, and Trump gets in a garbage truck. Okay, now this is very clever with the Trump thing on his side. He's wearing a little vest, and he's taking what was a negative, turning it to a positive. Roll the tape.
And I think that the comment made by really both of them, because there are really two of them, about being garbage, maybe 250 million people, they shouldn't be talking. That's like deplorable for Hillary. This is the deplorable for Hillary. And I think this is worse, actually. For Joe Biden to make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
All right, and Kamala Harris repudiated, first time that she's ever made her boss look bad. But Corinne Jean-Pierre, always loyal to the end, actually refutes that President Biden made the garbage comment. Go.
So he was regarding to the comedian, and I quote, "I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump's supporter at his Madison Square Garden rally as garbage, which is the only word I can think of to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at the rally don't reflect who we are as a nation." And to your question, your other question that you asked, no, he does not view Trump supporters or anybody who supports Trump as garbage. That is not what he views.
The last part of that's probably true, because Biden doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know. I'm not going to run the soundbite again, but it's clear he has no idea what he's saying. And that comes back to Kamala Harris's honesty, because remember, up till yesterday or today, she's never said, well, yeah, he's a little diminished. He's always, no, he's the greatest guy. He's right on it. Ooh. Okay. American Pulse. We had the CEO, Dustin Olson, on earlier this week, and he said he was going to make his prediction. And American Pulse is a think tank. It's very, very methodical, the way I am. So that's why we use them. And they made it this morning, American Pulse, and here it is. I'm going to quote it so everybody can hear it. Harris narrowly leads nationally in a race that's well within the popular vote margin of error. But when you look at the fundamentals of the race, they do favor Trump. Okay? Then he goes on to say a majority of Americans say they're worse off today than they were 4 years ago, view Harris as a continuation of Biden, which she would be, and believe Trump would be a better handle of the two biggest issues, the economy and the border. Okay, so they are basically concurring, word of the day, with me. But we both could be wrong. Today's economic climate, very stressful, as you know. But with the Fed finally dropping interest rates, there's no better time to put you and your family in a better financial position. As a homeowner, American Financing can help you free credit card debt by using equity. They've already helped thousands of families just like yours. On average, American Financing saves borrowers more than $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise in the marketplace. Better yet, it costs nothing to find out how much you can save. They are even closing some in as little as 10 days. And if you start today, you may not have to make next month's mortgage payment. There's no better time to turn your situation around. Please call today, 888-462-9557. 888-462-9557, AmericanFinancing.net. Okay, YouTube, we are going to have my Q&A with Mark Cuban from the NewsNation thing. You got to see this. And all you have to do is go to youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. That is our channel. We'll have it, and you'll love it. And check it out. All right? I think already 5 million people have downloaded that. So it's worth watching. Let's go to the mail. Glenn Gruber, Half Moon Bay, California. A lot of motorcycle people in Half Moon Bay. People always complain about the economy. The reality is the economy is doing very well. Retail sales, consumer confidence is up. Inflation only 0.4%. Here's the problem with that, Glenn. The high prices that spiked in the first couple of years of the Biden administration have not come down. Oh, yeah, the growth rate of inflation has come down. But the high prices are still punishing Americans. And it's Biden's fault. Tanya, Bill, Trump will be too old to run in 4 years. He's already too old. If he's elected, he'll be the oldest president by far. Not by far. He and Biden will be the same situation. Okay, come on. Richard M. Key, Syracuse, New York. Did you see an ABC station air the result of a key swing state declaring Kamala Harris the winner? That was WNEP-TV, Scranton, Pennsylvania, where I began my career 50 years ago. And it was just a glitch. All right, they were running through what they call their graphics just for practice, and it popped out. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Jonathan, concierge member. Jonathan gets direct access to me. I posted on the message board last week that the rhetoric become worse each election day. Michigan Democrat Debbie Dingell says that Trump will put people in camps. I'm going to run that soundbite in a moment. Thank you for flagging me on that. And Eric Ingram, Orange Park, Florida. Just want to take a minute to thank you for writing all the wonderful history books. I am reading Confronting the President, just finished Killing the SS. So now you know about the real Nazis, and you'll know about the presidential elections with Confronting the Presidents. Okay, we got this book bundle, all of the killing books, all of them, plus Confronting the Presidents, for a very, very reasonable price. Tremendous Christmas gift or for your library. We got the mug memorabilia, political memorabilia, okay? These are tremendous mugs. And then if you want to order in advance, we have the Not Woke gear. Got the shirts and all that. They're coming. And they're going to sell out. So get them while we have them. And word of the day is do not be a coxcomb. C-O-X. C-O-M-B. Back with the final thought in a moment. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. America is at a breaking point. Record inflation, interest rates, debt. The last thing we need is more reckless government spending and higher taxes, and they could happen. But a Harris presidency could bring us into that zone, plus a hit to your retirement savings. So protect your savings with American Hartford Gold. They'll help you secure your retirement by diversifying with physical gold and silver. Start with a simple phone call. They'll guide you through the process. even deliver gold and silver right to your door, or place it directly in your IRA or 401k. Don't wait. These safe haven assets can protect you in an economic crisis. Call or text American Hartford Gold today. Tell them O'Reilly sent you to get up to $15,000 of free silver on qualifying orders. Call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201. Or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. A large retail store just canceled a huge order, and now MyPillow has tons of extra stock. That's good news for us. Right now, you can get their entire classic collection at wholesale prices. The classic MyPillow, now just $14.88. Need something bigger? The queen size MyPillow, only $18.88. And for just $1 more, you can upgrade to king size. That's what I need. But there's more. Body pillows, just $29.88. And their multi-use MyPillows, only $9.88. Go to mypillow.com, use promo code BILL, or call 800-869-0298. Take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever. And don't forget free shipping on orders more than $75. That's mypillow.com, or call 800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL to get the classic MyPillow for $14.88. Don't wait. This is the lowest price ever. And there's a limit of 10 per order. Once they're gone for good. Final thought of the day. Here is probably the dopiest statement made in this campaign. Go.
He wants to ban Muslims. He wants to deport Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter.
Congresswoman Debbie Dingell trying to scare Muslims into voting for Harris. He wants to start internment camps. Oh, you know, there's dumb and there's hopeless. Ms. Dingell might be in the hopeless category. That is it for us tonight. We will have our election show on Monday. Don't miss it. It's going to be a really good presentation. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I'll have a column on Sunday, and we'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.